I had a couple kids that told their parents, that they had seen someone over by the Craig Hall side, and that they had seen him and with what they thought looked like a gun. They also told parents that the previous day there was someone that had been taking pictures of them. So of course this got parents really riled up, and they came and talked to me. And when I heard, someone with a gun, I automatically took it to my supervisor, which was Ms. Payne.
I called Mr. Karras and let him know what was happening, and we decided that it was a good thing to lock down the school in a full code red.
After I got off the phone with Shannon, she went ahead and called over the loudspeaker and on walkie-talkies for everybody to lock down. And I was on the side of the road and got on the EMS system and called it, initiated the code red through that, so people got that initial text. And they got my message of, what had been reported and why we were doing this.
I noticed that some of the teachers were saying, hey, let's get the kids inside. I didn't know if they were practicing or not. I started to walk down to the office, and then I heard everybody lock down. I went to my room, shut the door, closed the blinds, and not soon after that, I got a text from the Catapult system.
At that point, we went into a full lockdown. We called the police. We initiated Catapult on our cell phones here inside of the office and during the lockdown, and monitored the teachers as they started accounting for students who were in the after-school program, because it was after school at about 2:50. So the attendance hadn't been done in the after-school program yet, and we needed the Catapult system to help us know who was on campus at that point, because it was our only way for accounting for the adults on campus.
We can pull up all of the students by their name, by their teacher, who's accounted for them. It toggles in between, so it was really easy to find the students and which ones had been accounted for. They were the after-school kids, so a lot of our kids were gone off of campus.
It was the most secure I felt because I knew I could say where kids were at. And when you're in a code red, you want to know where every kid is at. You want to know every kid that's on campus and where each one of them is located, because you never know what the reason why you're in a code red is going to be. You don't know if you have an angry parent here who wants to find a specific kid. Well, I want to know exactly where that specific kid is. And in the past, that may have been difficult and taken us a long time to establish. And now, I can tell you in a matter of minutes where every child in this campus is at.
And we were able to account for all of them. We're able to account for our staff, to find out if they're safe and sound or secure, if they're on campus or they're not on campus. So the system allows us to see the little details and the big picture at the same time. The interesting thing too was the fact that Mr. Karras called the code red and closed the code red after he was off campus across the street, and all of a sudden it popped up because he was out talking to the police, so he was able to do that without having to come in, because he couldn't come into the office.
Well, the feedback that we've had on past lockdowns was that people are feeling like they're really in the dark as far as what's going on. As far as they haven't, in the past they've had no idea why they're being locked down. They just get an announcement of a loudspeaker, lockdown. It was really nice to be able to tell them exactly what was going on, and that the police were here and the police were going room to room and checking and doing sweeps of campus.
I was very surprised at how relatively calm we all were. We were, working through it, using the system, and it went very smoothly, which I was actually surprised at how calm I was. But it definitely helps, like I said, when you have something in place that's easy. I think that's the most important thing, easy. It has to be easy because you're going through a hard situation as it is, so it has to be easy.
The idea that my family is going to get hurt bothers me, and this is a tool that just helped me know that I could do the best that I can do to help protect the family that I have here. And it was simple and easy to use.
We've drilled enough to know where our difficulties are accounting for kids. We had systems, but they were slower. Just a complete game changer as far as speed and response and level of communication. our #1 priority is the safety of the kids, and parents should know, like when they leave their kids at school, that we're going to do everything we can to keep them safe. Being able, like the fact that I was on the side of the road, able to initiate the code red and send a message why we were in a lockdown was something that I could never have done before.
It's the best thing I've seen yet, yeah.